Breaking news on your Fast Track to 7. A mother and son are reunited after a tense chase that happened. Police saved a toddler from the backseat of that white vehicle right there. You see the man getting out of his vehicle with his hands up. This all happened in Los Angeles last night. The mother says that she briefly went inside a convenience store and moments later, someone took off in her car. Officers did not try a pit maneuver because there was that child in the back seat. They did use spike strips, however. At one point, the driver had all 4 tires blown out. He eventually surrendered. Officers, you saw it just right there, carried that child then, who was still in a car seat, or in a carrier, I should say, to the little boy, or to that little boy then went back to his mother. New this morning on your Fast Track, 2 brothers ages 10 and 14 years old have surrendered to police for the fatal beating of a 73-year-old man in Philadelphia. Authorities released the security video last week showing a group of young people who assaulted James Lambert with a traffic cone. He fell to the ground and later died from his injuries. The brothers' involvement in that incident is not yet clear. Many families from around our area send their children to the U of M in the Twin Cities, and parents are now demanding changes in the way that safety is handled around campus before students return this fall. Crime has gone up 45% in nearby neighborhoods over the last 4 years, and that brought parents out to a public forum on campus yesterday. One man shared at that forum something that his son has said to him.
Mom and Dad, do you know that every single day I wake up to go to class, I'm scared for my life.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey says the city has invested millions of dollars in cameras, which should help with prevention. He says city safety services will soon be coordinated under one office, and both the city and the university are recruiting for depleted police forces with increased salaries and retention bonuses as well. 6:53 now on this Tuesday morning. Let's get a check of your Fast Track forecast. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. We've got some beautiful weather out there. This is our view in Devil's Lake right now. A few more clouds in this area, but the sun is shining through. It's 60 degrees in Fargo, 59 in Grand Forks, 65 in Devil's Lake. Most of us starting the day in the 50s and 60s, and less humidity out there too. Dry weather across the region. Will stay dry for most of the day until this afternoon in our eastern counties. That's where we're more likely to see some of those afternoon pop-up thunderstorms. If you're heading out to the Red River Valley Fair today for lunch or beyond, our high temperature getting into the low 80s. Should be a pretty nice day out there. You'll just need the sunblock. We'll have a lot of that sunshine and breezy conditions too. Wind coming in out of the northwest, gusting at times into the 20s. Not bad, but the heat wave, it's coming. Starting on Thursday, we'll start getting into the 90s.
And you have to make sure that you're careful of that because there's a lot of outdoor activities happening this weekend as well.
Yeah, you need to factor the humidity too. You're going to be in the 90s, but heat index values could be even higher. So stay hydrated and stay cool. All
right, good advice, Lisa. Thank you. Some people are demanding the Fargo Police Department release the body cam video of Friday's deadly officer-involved shooting. 28-year-old Shane Netterville was shot by an officer as police say he was trying to drive away in a stolen van and then tried running over an officer. At a rally yesterday in downtown Fargo, Netterville's brother says he doesn't think that Shane would do anything like that.
Do I think my brother would run over a cop? No, definitely not.
However, a witness to Friday's incident says it appears that officers were about to be hit when that driver tried taking off from the scene.
It made me scared, but I'm glad the police are okay because he quite killed him. He was about to run the police over.
The officer who fired that shot on Friday, 11-year veteran Adam O'Brien, is now on administrative leave while the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation looks into it. The police chief says at this upcoming Thursday night's police oversight and advisory board meeting, they will take a deep dive into the FPD policies relevant to the shooting, and he encourages the public to watch that as well. Police also remind you to be on the lookout for Derek Stanley, who police say could provide vital information on the investigation. Stanley was one of 3 people in the vehicle at the time of the shooting. The Biden administration is now telling hospitals that they must provide abortion services if the life of the mother is at risk. It says procedures conducted under such circumstances would be protected under federal law regardless of state law. The Department of Health and Human Services cited a federal law from 1985 that they say takes priority over the state laws banning abortion. The directive is part of the president's efforts to protect abortion access in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. A judge in Minnesota has struck down many of the state's restrictions on abortion, calling them unconstitutional. That includes the state's mandatory 24-hour waiting period and a requirement that both parents be notified before a minor can get an abortion. The judge also struck down Minnesota's requirements that only physicians can perform abortions and that after the first trimester they must be performed in hospitals. The order took effect immediately, but the state attorney general is still reviewing it. The issue of recreational marijuana in North Dakota could go on the ballot again. A group hoping to legalize recreational pot submitted a petition with more than 25,000 signatures to the Secretary of State's office, which is 10,000 more than they need for the November ballot. The Secretary of State's office has until August 15th to verify the signatures and determine whether that measure will then be placed on the ballot. In our schemes and ripoffs this morning, moving scams. The Fargo area is growing quickly and many people are moving to the region every week. But one couple got a harsh welcome. They responded to an ad in Georgia from a moving company called Final Destination Moving. But on their moving day, movers from another company called Handled with Care Moving and Storage showed up. Once their items were loaded onto the truck, the company said they wanted more money than what was originally quoted. But before they could decline the offer, their property was gone, leaving them in a battle to get it back. Once they did, most was either missing or damaged, and that forced the couple to replace multiple items. Give yourself a little extra time if you're driving on I-94 in Fargo and West Fargo. This traffic alert is not just for the morning and evening rush hours as well. This is a live look right now at new construction zone that is causing some major backups. It's from Cheyenne Street to 42nd Street. You can see crews already out there working. They are to the right this morning, and you see that long line of cars there. The project involves the installation of high-tension cables on I-94. The installation of a concrete median barrier from 42nd Street to the I-29 interchange is also happening. Work on these projects are expected to be completed sometime in September. One man is being honored by the city as a daymaker for so many people. The mayor honored this guy up on your screen with the More Heart Award, which recognizes people who go above and beyond to demonstrate community within the city. Maybe you've seen him as you drive by Eventide on 8th Street in Moorhead. John Cunningham is the man who sits along the sidewalk and waves to the people that are going by. Beachgoers got quite the surprise over the weekend when two sea lions stormed a California beach, and this TikTok video you'll see right here shows it happening. The sea lions charged toward the people who were enjoying the day at San Diego's La Jolla Cove. The woman who shot that video says the sea lions were sleeping right before they decided to go after the people. You see them running there to safety. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up on the CW.